How's everybody doing? Welcome back to my channel for a brand new video. So today, IGN has just released a Lidia starter guide and early look video. I'm happy because Lidia was teased in April of this year, right? And then we got a trailer for her in May. We're now in mid-July, and this is the first bit of information and inside look that we're gonna get at Lidia. So it's been a I don't know why it takes so long, but anyway, regardless of that, let me go ahead and watch this video because I'm really interested to see what Lidia is gonna play like in Tekken 8. So yeah, let me go ahead and get started on this. I like the outfit.
Fighting Prime Minister of Poland, Lidia Sobieska makes her return to the King of Iron Fist tournament in Tekken 8 as the second DLC character. She's a complex.
My nose is itchy. I feel a sneeze coming.
But fortunately, Bandai Namco's esports manager, Alex Julio, gave me an hour-long demonstration of her best moves, what's special about her kit, and the unique threats that she poses. Here's a quick starter guide on Lidia Sobieska.
She looks like she has a different stance already. Because in Tekken 7, she had two stances, Cat and Heaven and Earth.
In Tekken 7 iteration, Lidia is a character that utilizes a lot of stances. In Tekken 8, she has a total of 4 of them.
Four stances. Okay, so in Tekken 7, unless I'm remembering wrong, she only had 2 stances, Cat stance and Heaven and Earth. But this game, it looks like she has 4. So let me go back a little bit. That's Cat stance right there. Yeah, I remember Cat stance. That was in Tekken 7. That's new right here. Horse stance, he called it. So we got Cat.
They are Cat stance,
Cat,
Horse stance,
Horse. Okay, so that's a new stance.
Striking Wolf stance,
Striking Wolf,
and Heaven and Earth. Each stance.
I think she had that. It's been a while since I played Tekken 7, but I think she has Horse stance is new for sure.
Lows to quick highs that beat jab mashes to punishing mids that can lead to hugely damaging combos. She's a character that can leave her opponents scared to press buttons, and when they're conditioned into that state, then she can use moves that are plus some block to keep her pressure going. She's also got very strong punishes, a fully tracking low that will go over.
She still has her hell sweep. Oh, that thing's homing as well now. Hold up. Let me see. Like I said, it's been a while since I played Tekken 7, but I don't remember if her down back 3 was homing in that game or not. See, that's homing now. It had the little special effect, the visual that indicates it's a homing attack. That's interesting.
Over in just a bit.
Right there, see?
Very strong approach tools in both her forward forward 2 and forward forward 1. She's also a character that benefits greatly from her heat gauge, which we'll go over right now as we talk about her best moves, starting with the aforementioned forward forward 2. A returning move from Tekken 7, forward forward 2 is a mid punch that leaves Lidia at +5 on block and forces her into horse stance, regardless if the attack hits or is blocked.
So, okay, so forward forward 2 goes into her new stance transition, the horse stance. That was not the case in Tekken 7, of course. That stance did not exist, but that's interesting. Okay.
Move from Tekken 7, forward forward 2 is a mid punch that leaves Lidia at +5 on block and forces her into horse stance, regardless if the attack hits or is blocked. On hit, the opponent is in a real bad spot. It's +15 and leaves her in a position where she can do pretty much.
That's heck of frame advantage. Okay.
And it will beat mashing.
Ooh, she still has the low chop, the low sweep.
So
that's
the opponent
pretty sick.
Guess on blocking a mid heat engager that's only -10 on block, a low counter hit launcher, or take a gamble and mash to try to beat an axe kick that leaves Lidia at +8 on block and transitions into a whole new stance with another set of mix-ups.
That's pretty good.
If she lands this move in heat, she's at +17 and can get a guaranteed follow-up that ends with her going into Heaven and Earth stance, where she can threaten with several strong attacks, including a fast and unblockable, and gets.
Oh, she still has the unblockable. That's pretty sick. I used to like doing that at the wall because there's a mix-up between that stance. You can either go for the high unblockable or a mid attack, right? So it's a gamble on what 50-50 on what your opponent's gonna do. I used to like doing that at the wall because then it would give a guard break and you could go into Political Storm for a wall splat. So I want to see what Political Storm is like in this game.
Match. The little brother to forward forward 2, forward forward 1 is a running high punch approach option that leaves Lidia at +6, but doesn't force her into a stance. The drawback, of course, is that it's a high and can be ducked, but since ducking against Lidia is so scary, see everything I said before about forward forward 2, this is a very useful option to mix and
Yeah, and that's where she excels. Like, you don't want to be ducking against Lidia.
3,
Oh,
1
Political
plus
Storm.
string called Political Storm is back with a new twist.
Yes.
There's a clean
What is
hit
it?
property to it if you do a quarter circle forward 1 plus 2
Okay.
for the last hit that adds on a bit of extra damage. Aside from that, it's Lydia's 14 frame Punisher, a heat engager, has fantastic range, and while the final hit of the combo is launch punishable, she can stop after the second hit and only be -10.
So I had a feeling this was going to be a heat engager. Political Storm, 100%. When I saw Lydia's trailer, I was all like 100% Political Storm's going to be a heat engager. So it's still the 14 frame move. So that's going to be pretty lethal. Like I can already think of a few characters who are going to get freaking wrecked by this move. Since being it, of course, it being -14 or 14 frame startup, I should say. So let me see again.
Aside from that, it's Lydia's 14 frame Punisher, a heat engager, has fantastic range, and while the final hit of the combo is launch punishable, she can stop after the second hit and only be -10. Alex warned though that it is no longer hit confirmable between the 34th hit like it was in Tekken 7.
Oh, that's different. So you can't hit confirm it. You can't. Okay, so basically, okay, I see. So not hit confirmable. Interesting. I guess that makes sense that they would remove that part.
One is a safe mid heat engager with 18 frame startup, is +2 on block, will wall stun if close to the wall, and knock down if it hits while you're already in heat. Not much else to say about it other than that seems pretty good. Down forward 2 is a 15 frame mid that goes into cat stance and is +11.
Oh, that's different.
Which means that if it hits, once again, the opponent is in a bad spot where they'll have to guess, as pretty much all of her follow-ups will beat any sort of mashing. From cat stance, she's got a safe mid that leads to a combo on counter
4 for 1 plus 2?
low,
No.
and a high follow-up. That said, if the initial move is blocked, the opponent can mash out of it. Next up is down back 4, which is a fairly average low poke. It's a bit slow at 22 frames of startup.
I always use down back 4. Even though it's on the slower side, I always use this 100%.
You're standing afterwards, so you don't limit yourself to wall rising moves after landing it. Down 2 is another low.
Down 2, amazing move. One of my favorite moves from Lidia.
So if your opponent knows that, they can take their turn back if it hits.
Does it have counter hit properties?
Highs, though, and if it counter hits, you get a free from crouching down forward 2 heat engager.
Aha, alright, good to know.
From crouching down forward 3 is another low, though this one can knock down from close range and has a guaranteed.
I wonder if you could do 4-4-3. There we go, dude. I remember.
That this one is launch punishable if blocked, so just be careful with it. Quarter circle forward 4 is a 17 frame tracking high that leaves Lidia at +1 on block. But if it hits, she's at +10, which means that she gets a guaranteed 1-2-2 jab string, which does respectable damage and leaves her at +8 in cat stance for a mix-up opportunity.
Okay, that's good.
Of 1-2-2, it's worth noting that this build shows that it's -8 on block. That's not really true, since it forces Lidia into cat stance regardless of whether it's blocked or hits. And Lidia can't block in that stance, which means that it's actually launch punishable. So don't just go throwing this out, or you might pay for it. Now let's talk about down back 3. This move is sick. It's a 16 frame, fully tracking low sweep, which means that it cannot be sidestepped either left or right, and if it hits, it leaves you at +7 in horse stance. So it's a position very much like if you had just landed 4-4-2. She does trade against jab mash with some options, but even in those trades, you still have the advantage. As you would imagine, it's launch punishable, so it's a big risk throwing it out, but it's nonetheless a very important tool in her arsenal. Pressing 1 while in horse stance.
They didn't say if it goes into a hell sweep. I think I might have seen it in the beginning of this video, but if you press down back 3-2, she gets a 2-hit combo, like a, it's all guaranteed. They didn't mention it, so either I imagined it or I'm not sure, but I guess we'll figure it out later. But yeah, overall, down back 3, I always use this move. It's just about, picking and choosing the right moments on when to use it.
As you would imagine, it's launch punishable, so it's a big risk throwing it out.
Yeah, because of that,
it's nonetheless
launch
a very
punishable.
important tool in her arsenal. Pressing 1 while in horse stance will get you a high homing power crush that transitions into the striking wolf stance. It's +1 on block, so it allows her to continue her pressure, and on counter hit, it's +16. And finally, striking wolf stance 1 is a chargeable mid that is +2 on block and charge, and +7 when fully charged. It's easily sidesteppable and interruptible, but if it hits or is blocked, Lidia is left in a very good position. Without a charge, she's still at +16 and gets a guaranteed follow-up, and if the full charge hits, she gets a damaging full combo.
Dude, I'm really excited to
By
play her,
no
to be
means an
honest.
exhaustive look at Lydia's moveset, but these are the moves you'll definitely want to know both if you're starting out using her, or if you want to get a basic understanding of what she wants to do when you're fighting against her. Now let's take a look at her punishers. Lydia's got a punisher for everything from 10 to 15 frames and even beyond. Her 10 frame punish is her 1-2-2 string.
I love this jab string.
And leaves her in cat stance at +8. It's an extremely good 10 frame punish. She's also got 1-4, which doesn't force you into stance if you'd rather not transition. For 11 frames, she's got 2-2 and 2-4. Once again, 2-2 transitions into cat stance, but if you
That's a cool looking move.
You can use 2-4. Her 12 frame punish is 4-2-4, which can wall splat and wall break. For 13 frames, she's got back 2-3, which leaves her at +6 on hit. At 14 frames, she's got the aforementioned political storm string that does big damage and is a
this is a great move.
15 frames, she's got a couple of different.
I love that she has 3-2 still.
3-2 is her main starter that you'll likely see the most
beautiful
damage out of for 15 frames. There's a just frame property for perfectly timing the second hit that gets you extra damage. Up forward 4 is her hop
still
kick,
has her hop kick.
less ideal as it will tornado the opponent afterwards.
That's the only reason I used hop kick, but usually as a kind of like a keep out tool. Like if I anticipate a low, I'll go for hop kick because it does do instant tornado, and you know, it's not as good as 3-2. My reasoning is like instant tornado. I've never really liked moves like that because of the damage, of course. But anyway, it's still a good move. Like I kind of switch on and off between the two, but I try to use hop kick only if I know like a low is coming or whatever the heck. Other than that, I try to do just 3-2 as much as I can.
And down forward 4-2 is her far-reaching 15 frame punish, which can be followed up by a guaranteed forward 1-2. For her wall rising punishes, she's got wall rising 4-2 as her 11 frame, which goes into cat stance. From crouch down forward 2 is her 12 frame, and as we covered before is a heat engager. For 13 frames, she's got wall rising 1-4, which can wall splat, and wall rising 1-2, which puts her into cat stance at +11. For 14 frames, she's got wall rising 3, which gets a free follow-up with forward 1+2 once again. And for 15 frames, she's got the standard wall rising 2 launcher.
Wait, hold up. Did he say hold up. Did he say 4-4-1+2?
And for 15 frames, she's got the cat stance at +11. For 14 frames, she's got wall rising 3, which gets a free follow-up with forward 1+2 once again.
Oh, that sucks, dude. You know why? It's not about the move, right? I mean, it is. In Tekken 7, Lydia's forward 1+2, she would like do like a freaking double-handed thrust like this, right? Like something like that. I don't even know if you saw that in the camera. But if you play Tekken 7, it was known as the Squirtle move because when she would do that move, it sounded like she said Squirtle, right? So they changed. That sucks, dude. I love that move a lot. So it looks like 4-4-1. What? Ooh, I don't know how I feel about that change.
Gets a free follow-up with forward 1+2 once again.
Dang.
And for 15 frames, she's got the standard wall rising 2 launcher. Now let's put this all together in some combos. Here are a handful using several different launchers that Alex showed me.
Dude, I like how they have some bread and butter combos already. Keep in mind, this is IGN's video. And there's supposed to be a Tekken talk later tonight, which I'm gonna miss live because I gotta do other stuff. But I'll react to it when I come home. But at least I get to see this video in the morning. Okay.
And before we wrap up, we need to talk about one last stance of Lydia's, the Heaven and Earth stance. Heaven and Earth is a unique stance in that she can only enter it while in heat or after a heat engager. And she can enter it while in any other stance.
Hey, that makes sense. I was just, when they were doing the combos, I noticed horse stance goes, you can go into horse stance by pressing forward 3+4. They changed that from Tekken 7. So now that makes sense because he's all like, Heaven and Earth can only be accessed by going into a heat engager, right? Is that what he said?
Any other stance by pressing up. And she can enter it while in that she can only enter it while in heat or after a heat engager.
Yeah,
and
that makes
she can
sense.
enter it while in any other stance by pressing up. As I touched upon briefly
Oh,
earlier,
okay.
when
I
she
see.
enters the stance, she gains a
Pressing
charge,
up.
which simply powers up the damage of some of her moves and persists through the entirety of the match. From Heaven and Earth, she has 3 main options. Press 2 for a powerful 13-frame mid that's plus 6 on block, 1 for an 18-frame power-crushing mid that's only minus 11, and 1 plus 2 for a 16-frame high unblockable attack. And finally, the last thing to know about this stance is that it's
She has
also a
parry?
stance.
Yeah.
If attacked during it, she will parry, restore some of her heat time, and re-enter the stance with enough time to follow up with one of the attacks she can use out of the stance.
That's pretty good.
Lidia is a complex character, with one of the largest movesets I've seen in Tekken 8. She has ways to mix you up and continue her suffocating pressure. I hope this guide proves useful for both players who want to learn how to play her, and for those looking for ways to deal with her by understanding her moveset just a little bit better. Thanks for watching, and for everything else, keep it here on...
So I'm excited to play Lidia. I remember when she first released in Tekken 7, when we saw the trailer and she first came out, I was all like, to be honest, I don't think Lydia's going to be my type of character. I tried her out and immediately liked everything about her. How she played, her design, the stances, everything I thought about her was cool. You know, I liked her instantly. So, of course, I'm going to be playing Lidia in Tekken 8. I hope she comes out soon. I hope she comes out soon because it's been so long. You know, I'm excited for Lidia, the new stage, photo mode, whatever the heck, but I hope she comes out soon. And of course, once she does come out, I'm going to take my time to learn her for about a day or two, give or take, and then there will be a guide on how to play Lidia as in-depth as possible, you know what I'm saying? But overall, I'm happy that we finally got some Lidia footage. Tekken Talk is later tonight. I will get to it when I get to it. But overall, I'm excited, hoping she comes out soon. Other than that, let me know what y'all thought. Hope you guys have a good day. Stay safe out there, take care, and I'll see you in the next video.